Hi everyone, it's Hayes, and in this video I'm going to be talking about whether or not Marinette will reveal her identity in tomorrow's episode Gang of Secrets. Part of me is saying yes, she will, purely because she needs the support. She literally looks like she's on the verge of having a mental breakdown in some of the shots for this season. However, episode 3 is very early on for her to say something like that. It's definitely more of a season finale sort of thing. After discussing with people in the comments on yesterday's video, there seems to be 3 likely candidates Marinette will reveal her identity to: Alex, Alia and Chat Noir. Let's start with Alex. We all know that in the future of the show, Alex is going to be extremely important, and she also knows Ladybug's identity in the future, so obviously Marinette tells her at some point in the show. However, I don't think it's going to be in Gang of Secrets. From a writer's perspective, while I adore Alex, she really is more of a background character in the show right now. This is going to sound kind of mean, but she's not important enough in present-day Miraculous universe for her to be told something like that. Apart from when she gets akumatized in Timebreaker, the only other episodes current-day Alex has featured heavily in were Time Tagger and Reverser. She's on screen a lot, but that's largely because she's in Marinette and Adrian's class. She has very, very little dialogue in comparison to the other characters. She's not important enough in the show yet to be told, so even though future Alex is very good at keeping secrets, I don't think it's going to be Alex for right now. Let's talk about Chat, and by Chat I don't mean Adrian, I mean Chat Noir. He is the only person who can possibly identify with all the pressure on Marinette. They both have a Miraculous to protect, plus the responsibility to protect Paris from Shadow Daddy. While Chat Noir doesn't have the added stress of protecting the Miracle Box, which really raises the stakes of the show if Marinette loses it because Suhan could take it from her, which means her memory will be wiped, in his civilian life there is a lot of pressure on Adrian. Furthermore, Ladybug and Chat Noir are best friends and have been through a lot together, and like they said in Lies, they're lying to each other but trust each other no matter what. So I do feel Ladybug could trust him with her identity. He's been there for her for everything, and he's also sacrificed his life several times for her. However, that does risk Adrian thinking he's in love with Marinette just because she's Ladybug. In order for the love square to be successful, Adrian has to fall for Marinette and Marinette has to fall for Chat Noir. I also think Marinette would be extremely wary of telling Chat Noir her identity. Even though she doesn't remember the events that led up to Chat Noir being akumatized into Chat Blanc, she does remember that he knew her real name. She might not tell him out of fear that him finding out who she is will kickstart the events of Chat Blanc again. That eliminates both Alex and Chat Noir, leaving us with Alia. She won't be able to truly understand what Marinette is going through if she tells her, however Alia can emotionally support Marinette and maybe be used as an excuse for why she's always disappearing. Marinette can say she's hanging out with Alia and it'll be believable. However, Alia's whole thing is obviously the Ladybug, so she'd want to be the one to break the news of Ladybug's identity, and Alia also seems very susceptible to being akumatized. So unless Marinette gives her one of these new charms, she won't be a safe person to tell. Also, I'm not 100% sure how much Marinette trusts Alia after everything to do with Lila. In the episode Ladybug in Season 3, Alia was starting to question Lila's lies, but I'm not sure if Marinette has really forgiven her for that. This brings up another interesting point. If Marinette tells Alia she's Ladybug, there's a high chance Alia won't believe her. Alia believes Ladybug to be amazing, strong and capable, and while Alia loves her best friend, I don't feel she would use those words to describe Marinette. I feel that she may not believe Marinette and brush it off as a joke, or believe that Marinette is making up elaborate lies like she's accusing Lila of, which could ultimately push Alia further towards Lila. While this would make Marinette gravitate towards Adrian since he's the only one who believes her, it will isolate Marinette even more and make it even worse than before. Also, if Marinette tells Alia, I guess this technically means Chat Noir is also allowed to tell someone who he is. I don't know who he'd tell, but I think with both of them revealing their identities to their friends, it would just get too messy, and if they both like Luca and Kagami enough, then I guess Marinette and Adrian really should have just told them their secrets if they were really struggling with lying in order to save their relationships. However, we all know the identity reveal isn't supposed to happen until Season 5. I'm pretty sure that refers to Ladybug and Chat Noir revealing their identities to each other, not necessarily other people, but I do feel it might be too risky for Marinette to tell anyone who she is right now. However, like I said at the start of the video, Marinette is extremely stressed. Even if she doesn't tell anyone, she needs some support, and I think the only person she could get this from without having to reveal her identity would be Chat Noir. He knows she's Ladybug and the Guardian, and judging from his own personal life, he'll know she has other commitments too. I think it's a real possibility that Marinette won't reveal her identity, but will start hanging out more with Chat Noir and finally start to fall for him. As she's focusing on being the Guardian and Chat Noir now, she won't have time for other boys, so she can finally talk to Adrien like a normal person, and Adrien will finally see Marinette's true personality and start to fall in love with her too. At the end of the day, Marinette needs some support, and her mood in Truth, Lies and Gang of Secrets is a stark contrast to Furious Fu, which is episode 6. She was either just having a really good day in that episode, or something has changed between Gang of Secrets and Furious Fu. I'm swaying more to her spending more time with Chat Noir rather than an identity reveal, but let me know what you think. I guess we'll find out tomorrow anyway, and the episode will be on at 8:55 AM in Switzerland on RTS if you have a VPN, which will be 7:55 AM in the United Kingdom. I'll see you in the next one.